Boom! Back in the tube, live and direct. Good morning, everyone. Hold on, let's put some light. Let's adjust the setup. Hold on. Back in the tube. Boom! Back in the tube. Yeah, moving forward is the aim. It's all about progress. That's what we're in, progressing with our dream, progressing with our goals. And that's an everyday job. It's not something you do once in a while. It's every day, people. Rise and shine. Yeah. Action. You know, that's one thing. Only action reveals our true selves. Only action moves us to mastery. So it's action. You know, you can have intent. You can have intent, but without action, we go nowhere. Without action, we go absolutely nowhere. So I have overstood that I need to take action. For sure. If not, I wouldn't be here every morning. So it's about action. Many people never jump into the ocean of their dreams because they feel they must have every possible answer before they leap. But you will not have the answer. That's the thing. But that's the mystery of life, also the unknown. We should be so much more attracted to the unknown than the known, but we stay comfortable in the known. So that's our life. But now we're moving into the unknown. Motivation Academie Squad is back. Boom. Yeah. What is the direction of the wind? How many seconds until the water? How many breaths to take before the plunge? What is the precise proper angle? Is anyone else jumping? How many have jumped before? How many strokes to shore? We want to know everything. Yeah. These are reasonable questions, but some will never take the leap, no matter what the answers. Even with overwhelming evidence, the leap is safe. Even with the evidence that the leap is safe, regardless of how many swimmers have taken the exhilarating plunge, the timid will find something wrong in their search. A sure sign that this leap is doomed descent. These are those who will find a reason they cannot achieve their dreams, no matter how many people around them have achieved theirs. You know, whatever you want to do in life, someone else has done it before you. So it's not a big deal. Not the first one who wants to try to live his dream. So I'm not the first one. I'm certainly not the last, I hope. I'm a special, a different vibe, for sure. For sure, I'm a different vibe. But that's what I want. I also see a different vibe in the world. I would like to see people more lovey, with more compassion, especially more love, just more love. What's love? Joy, happiness, a kiss, smile, a hug. You know, just hugging each other. Just that. You know, I was reflecting on that the other day and why we should hug each other more. You know, we all like to be hugged. That's why when you're a children, you sleep with fluffy toy, with fluffy pets, fluffy friends. It's because you like the hugging. We all like to be hugged, for sure. We were hugging the wounds, too, of our mother, like all crouped up. So the hugging is very important. That's what I would like to see. More hug. Yeah. So a pathetic majority also never cross the line between gathering information and taking action. You know, there's going to come a point where you accumulate information. That's what I did. That was the exact route I took, was to First, gather information. That's what I told you. I had to know. I needed to know what was going on in the world. So I said, before I start speaking out in the world, I have to know what's going on. Very important. Very important. Awareness precedes change. So you want to be aware for sure. So theirs is a life of endless contemplation, of waiting for total knowledge and perfect conditions, neither of which ever happen. Thus, they are forever destined to be observers and not masters. What what we all want is to master, master for sure, master our life, master our minds, master our ways, master our ways for sure. Our ways of being, our ways of living, our ways, for sure, mastery. Self mastery is a very good thing to envision, a very good thing to work on. For sure, it's going to bring you a lot of joy also. Without making the actual attempt, without trial and strife, there can be no true knowledge, no progress, no high achievement, and no legend. No legend, people. What do we want? Become legend. Yeah. I see there's lots of people this morning. That's great. Those who advance do so because they value action itself. The people that advance in life, for sure, they value action. You can have intent, like I said. It's discipline and intent. I'm very disciplined to come back here every morning, whether there's one viewer or 25 live. I'll be here every morning because this is discipline. That's what you need. That's what I need. Discipline. I need structure. I need standards. Just like a company who is successful will have very good standard. Very good standard, and we'll stick to a standard for the food, for the service, and that you recognize it. There's place you go. There's restaurants you go. The food is consistently the top. So that's because they care. They have standards. So we should have standards. We should have discipline. We should have structure. For sure, we need that. We are beings that need structure. We need structure to advance. If we're left without guidance, no structure, and without anything like a leaf in the wind, it's very hard to advance with abandon. Yeah. It is a reflection of their character, and they take pride and satisfaction in action towards that end. They think, if I am not taking significant action to advance and progress in life, I do not feel as happy, engaged, successful, or giving. That's what we have. We have to activate those internal drive once again. It's to reactivate all the internal drives. So to reactivate the internal, you got to go into the internal. That's how I see it. And every drive for connection, drive for caring, drive for contribution, drive for all this has to be reactivated. Once we reactivate all our drives, all our potential, we can only rise. There's no other option. This is going to be a natural process. You're going to rise. You're just going to take more action, more momentum, more. This is something you cannot avoid. It's not something you can really avoid. So, but it's going to happen by taking action for sure. So where I was? Yeah. Psychologically, much is at stake based on their sense of proactivity, growth, and advancement in life. It does not mean they are ruined by failure or in the slow moments of life. It simply means they have a bias towards going and growing. There's people, that's a drive I have. I have a drive for growing so much. I want to grow. I want to know. What do I really know if I learn every day? Honestly, what do I know? If you learn every day, I thought I knew stuff 4 years ago, 3 years ago. I realized I knew nothing. It's all illusion. So even sometimes knowing, you can be under the illusion of knowing. So what do you really know? But I want to grow. I want to grow for sure. I have been on pause for long enough, so it's growing time now. Yeah. Time to grow. Let us remember that humankind must be measured by actions alone. Actions alone, not intentions. Don't talk to me about intentions if you don't take action. If you don't put something in place and take action on a regular basis, that's for sure. Good morning, Triple R, mon ami, Pappy. Big up yourself, Triple R. Yeah. So it's very important to, only action allows us to create, grow, connect, contribute, rise to our highest selves, and soar into the bright stratosphere of greatness. I have a new videos coming from. I found an island and I named it. I named it Greatness Island. So every time we go out, me and Gavin, I tell him, I said, Gavin, you want to go to Greatness Island? So it's a little rock at my chilling spot, but the same rock I always did my videos on. But now we named it Greatness Island. So you're going to have videos coming from Greatness Island. Yeah, yeah. It's what I want. More greatness to show to the world. So I'm working on myself. Yeah. Okay, next. So I was saying intent alone. Yeah, let us remember that humankind must be measured by actions alone, not intentions. What we intend is of little importance when judging our character or gauging our happiness. For sure. Only actions reveals our true selves. Only action moves us to mastery. Action! Only action allows us to create, grow, connect, contribute, rise to our highest self, and soar into the bright stratosphere of greatness. All else is merely thought, and there is a difference between intention and initiative. That's well explained. That's good for the blood over intent stuff. Very good for that blood over intent related stuff. I'm not against it. I don't say it's bullshit and all that stuff. No. But I say it takes action. I always said it. I've said it on my hangout with Quasi Luminous also. I told him, I said, I agree with intent, but it needs action too. We need action with that. What kind of action are we taking just by putting our intention on a piece of paper and putting what's the action with that? There's got to be action. That's what I always said. Nowhere. No. Here is that difference now starkly apparent that in love we can have the intent to love others, but without initiative, without real acts of respect, caring, and affection for another, intention alone remains useless, soulless. Thinking is not love. Giving is. Giving is love. Thinking is only an idea. Thinking of freedom, thinking of this, thinking of action, thinking of your dream. It's only a thought. Bring it into life. Go into action. Turn your words into action. For sure. Yeah, why don't we smile for the cameras? They're everywhere. All a big stage. All actors paid or not. Yeah, yeah. Every day is an act in our book. For sure. For sure, every day is new. That's why I told Gavin yesterday before he went to bed. I went and tuck him in. He wants me to tuck him in every night. Daddy, come and tuck me in. He yells at me, and I go tuck him in, and with his fluffy friend. You saw him in some videos with his fluffy friend, his alligator. He has a couple fluffy friends. And that's why I was looking at it the other day. I'm like, why do they like to sleep with those things? Like, because they feel they like the hugging part, and yeah, they like the hugging part, and that's why and I find that very, that want to feel presence. They want to. That's why I said yesterday, daycares are very unnatural and very much break the family unit the most is what they want. The system wants the shits them. Individually, we cannot gauge who we are without looking at our actions. We do not even know what we truly value without action, because our values are more than thoughts. Values are our ideals in motion, demonstrated through our interaction with others. All that we want to feel in life, happiness, joy, satisfaction, peace, success, love, can be felt only because of our action. Felt because of our action. We can't just think about being happy without doing something that makes us feel happiness. Put a smile, speak to the world, let you feel happiness. Imagine happiness. It is sensed only when we have done what we feel would make us happy, even if this means we simply sat down, close our eyes, and practice gratitude. Sometimes the very, very little thing can bring you a lot of joy, you know. But if you're always envious and you think that what you have is not enough to bring you happiness, like, it's a state of mind in the first place. Happiness is a state of mind in the first place. Yeah. So where I was? Yeah. The act of contemplating gratitude is an action generating happiness. We are joyful only if we are doing what we sense as joyful. We are satisfied only if we have done what satisfies us. We are successful only if we have done what is necessary to bring us success. We love ourselves only if we feel we deserve love by how we treat ourselves and others. Perhaps some take this too far and make doing things their only measure. But without question, more people do nothing, and that is why they are unhappy, because of inaction. Inaction will bring unhappiness. Action will bring happiness, because then you step every morning when you wake up, you wake up with fire in your eyes, fire in your heart. That's my life. Look, I'm gonna leave you in about 10 minutes, and I'm gone on the chilling spot to make more videos with Gavin. Gonna spend an hour or two, come back here, do my things. But I always have in mind to start the day on a very, very positive note. I don't want to. It's very important. The beginning of the day is very, very important. We must align our vibes with greatness and action. Greatness and action. Two words I love, especially action and motivation. Motive for action. Yeah. So, what I was saying, we love ourselves. Okay, hold on. But without question, more people do nothing, and that is why they are unhappy. Yes, we can simply focus on being not an action itself. Relaxing is an action. Meditating is an action. Dreaming is an action. These things brings us the emotions we desire. Our actions are also a reliable social measure of true character. True character. How people consistently act towards us, and other gives us the data we need to judge their values, goals, and worthiness of trust and attention. Attention, trust, and attention. Attempting to gauge someone's character with anything other than their action is like guessing what is at the core of their hearts and minds. And guessing leads only to assumption and drama. So you judge someone only by their action. Action speaks. Action speaks. But action tells us what we need to know. We needed trust a man who says he is good-willed but has never demonstrated goodwill to another. You know, it's all about action, 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 for sure. Motive action, yeah, you get a motive. That's why I like the word by motivation. The word motivation, that's where it comes from. Motive for action. When you're motivated, you have a motive for action. I have a great one. Every morning I wake up. Every day, every hour, every second, I feel very, very motivated for life. You're never going to find me in the low. I'm always on a high or low high. But mostly it's a high. I'm mostly all the time on a high because I'm very joyful for life. I give thanks for the life I live a lot. I give thanks for the life I live and everything that has happened on my journey. I give thanks for it. So that's why I'm here. Give back for us to go progress and moving forward is the aim. So culturally, progress rides. Oh no. Yeah, culturally, progress rides on the backs of a willful and action-driven people. That's how we're going to change things here by taking action. But there's a very, very, that's what he says. Most people will gather information, but they will never go into action. This is the challenging part because you can gather a lot of information. That's what most of us do here on YouTube. We gather information. We see other people rising and shining their light. But we sit back in our homes and we look at it and we don't express that because we all have the same equipment, the same greatness, not the same light, but we all have a light. So it's important to shine it. But most people will be very timid after gathering information, like it will be overwhelming and it's going to be too much. But I say, just go into action. Just go into action and do your thing, do what you have to do, and that's it. It's the best. Our freedoms comes to us because of the actions of previous generations who strove to contribute beyond themselves. Today, the yardstick of advancement is used to gauge the health of an entire societies and countries. Those who are not advanced in the areas of health, economy, technology, and freedom are seen as backward, archaic, irrelevant, the dying regime that drift along on tradition until a mighty guess of progress destroys them. If positive action is ultimately how we measure our lives, others, our world, then let us bring it back to our daily consciousness and goals. That's it. Let us remember that when we take action, an invisible force gathers all around us. That's what I told you, the force. Pulling in opportunities that align with our purpose, propelling us with momentum to our freedom. That's it. Personal freedom, isn't it? The aim, personal freedom. Permission is not required. Permission is not required. Those who fail to advance in life are often immature. I was talking about that last night in a video I made outside. I was talking about maturity, what it is to be mature, you know. I think I experiment a bit more maturity today. I'm maturing. I'm like my tomato plant, the tomato on it. I'm maturing. You know, these tomato plants are getting gigantic. I gotta give you a garden update. You're gonna freak. I think I'm gonna do that today. This morning I'll do a garden update because it's gigantic. It's higher than my fence. The plant have 7 feet, 7 foot, 7 feet foot. And I always problem with that. One teeth, one tooth, one teeth. No, two teeth, one tooth. I always have problem with that. The teeth, the tooth, the feet, the foot. Always. I think it's 2 feet, 1 foot. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, because you say 6 feet. Yeah, so it's 1 foot, 1 foot, 6 feet. That's it. So I have to remember these things because yeah, that's it. Amen to that. Give thanks, forgive, not forsake. You got it. Going on, brother. Yeah. Rock on, Red Rose Walker, and success. So yeah, so. They still want mom and dad to point the way and give a nod of approval at each tentative step. That's the thing. Don't wait for approval because this is not something that's gonna come, and you don't need it anyway. You don't need the approval of nobody. Don't be trapped in by fear of criticism and abandonment. For sure, when you start going after your biggest adventure of your life, your dream, and not everybody will be there to cheer for you and hold the torch for you. And it's up to you. You have to hold the torch, hold all your mighty power to first of all conquer yourself. It's the journey is probably a lot to conquer yourself, to remember who you are and to bring that out into the world. That's the goal. Amen to that. He's out. Going yeah, going out. So that's it. If one day there's more viewers, maybe I'll keep going longer. But if I see there's not many viewers, I might do half an hour and, for the summer. For the summer, because I like being outside. I mean, life happens outside. Life happens with action, and here I take action. Yeah, but it's like I like things when it moves. When that's it. So, and that's it. I want out of this place. That's all. Move on to a warmer place, warmer people. Ease out later, bro. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow night also on the Truman Show. Don't miss that. And Tuesday, I'm supposed to be with Subaja. Jay made a nice flyer for it, and we should be ready by tonight to publish it. And yeah, working on my show concept, always working here. That's good. Keep working. Keep on keeping on, Triple R. At one point, it's going to come very, very clear, and you're just going to go into action, more action. You're taking action every day, but you're going to go into more action because it's think big, but act bigger. Because at one point, that's what I told myself too. You know, I was thinking of doing it, thinking of coming on YouTube, but never doing it. Never doing it. I said it for about 3-4 months. I was keep repeating it to I'm gonna vlog on YouTube. I'm gonna vlog on you. I'm gonna motivate people. But never did it until one day I just did it. I said, "Fuck it, that's today. Today is the day," and I just took my phone and started like that. One video per day, 2, 3, then it was 10, then it was 15. At one point, 20. I was going crazy. I had so much things to say, but now I'm live and direct every morning because I have a lot of things to say. There's too much confusion. Too much confusion, first of all, in my own head. So I want to clear that confusion. That drama, that nonsense, and just realign with better vibration, realign with better vibes. I think we all deserve it. We all deserve to be happy. We all deserve happiness. We all deserve to work on it, first of all, but you have to work on it, your happiness, because it's a state of mind. So it's everything demands work. You got to work on yourself, start your distraction, never mind the toxic stuff and the toxic people and the toxic nonsense and people that gossip and talk about drama and that only talk about irrelevant stuff. Stay away from that. Just put some music on and that's it. I don't know. There's some other things to do than I got songs to sing. Got to get it out. Woo! Be happy. That's it. Don't worry. Be happy. Rise and shine. He is out.